Nelson Mandela is basically saying is that if you deprive people of their human rights, you're basically depriving them of being a human and therefore making their life invalid. We as a nation, and most specifically as high school students, must pick up where Nelson Mandela left off. When Nelson Mandela began his crusade for human rights awareness, there was no such thing as social media or global informational access. But today, with the click of a button, an uploaded video, an Instagram or Facebook post, we can change the world. Now, the definition of human rights might seem so self-explanatory, but in fact, it's not. The definition of human rights, based on the United Nations Human Rights Declaration, are rights guaranteed to everyone, regardless of their race, gender, place of residence, and natural origin.
Here at Lake Forest High School, we're very lucky to understand the importance and value of education. Some people in other nations don't get that opportunity, and so as 3 women speaking here, a sight that would be very rare in many other nations around the world, we are very grateful for this opportunity and to understand the value of education.
Other rights like these are taken away on a daily basis throughout the world for a myriad of reasons. And although there are efforts and organizations trying to help spread this awareness, we have come up with an idea to spread this awareness in a more easier, faster, and more efficient way for everyone to be a part of it. Now, I want you to remember the last time you were on your phone. Maybe it was this morning, or an hour ago, or maybe even now. Now I want you to think about the last social networking site you're on, like Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Google+. Those are just 5 names from the top of my head. But it seems that we're all impacted by it and constantly affected by social media that we don't even realize we're spending hours and hours a day on it. It's sort of like a second nature to us now, because we all process information so quickly and sometimes subconsciously. So what if we took all those hours in the day scrolling through Instagram, looking at prom proposals, pictures of food, Kylie Jenner's 7th selfie of the day, and replaced it with one picture of a good deed towards human rights. Now, this deed doesn't have to be so grand. It can be something small like volunteering or simply informing someone on an issue that you really care about. If you want to do something big, possibly make your own club or get a group of people to help spread awareness. By seeing that picture, the person who sees it will wonder, what are they doing and what can I do to help? It only takes 1 second to see it, but they will ponder about it for an hour, a day, a week, however long. One way we help with this is in our Human Rights Club in our high school. Here at our high school, our Human Rights Club meets twice a month, and we invite community members to come in and speak with us about how they got involved with human rights and how they made a difference in the world. And it's very nice that they come and speak with us because this gives us inspiration to continue doing what we do and understand the importance of continuing to raise awareness as there's not equality for everyone around the world. Our club also raises money for nonprofit organizations, and as a club, we also volunteer a lot.
Now, we as Lake Forest High School students in Illinois organize this event called Jam for Justice, which takes place in the Commons during lunch periods. And we invite all these students to come in and sing, play their instruments like piano, guitar, ukulele, and just spread awareness of human rights. And music is the global language that we all share, and it brings everybody together. So once everybody's united, we start talking to them about human rights and show them the pamphlets we make and just tell them why human rights are so important to everyone. Jam for Justice also takes place on this important day called International Human Rights Day. And on this day, we hold a raffle, and the raffle, all the money goes towards nonprofit organizations to places that aren't as lucky as we are. And the speaker also comes in and talks about what they did to help with human rights. For example, my mom came in this year, and talked about her trip to India and how she helped sex trafficking in India and locally, like in Chicago.
Our example is that small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, can transform the world. I think this quote is really important to everybody, but specifically us as high school students, because people often underestimate what we can do. Our actions aren't necessarily the biggest ones, the ones that make news, like someone curing cancer or winning a Nobel Peace Prize. but our actions, when added together, can make a large impact on the world. Together with both the local and global community, we really can make a change, even if it's just by raising awareness and continuing to understand the need for making equality for everyone.
Our school does this in a similar way with the Human Rights Club by persuading the student body to take part and think about global matters, but in a local way in our high school. By informing the students in our high school, they in turn inform their friends or their family or their teachers or anyone, and then those people in turn pass on the information and so on, sort of like a chain reaction. By informing the students, we're not only informing them, but everyone.
Another good deed that we're able to do as a club is volunteering, and we strongly encourage everyone to get involved in volunteering because it's a simple act that you can do that can make a large impact on someone else's life. And it can might only take a few hours out of your day. It's also something that you can tailor around your needs, so you could go multiple times a week if you had the ability to, or you could go a few times a year. So it's very flexible, and it's also like a great way to get to know people or become closer with people. You could go with like a club, a sports team, your family and friends, but it's also a great way to get to know other people and make new friends who share like a common need to change the world. So by small acts.
Now what our club did is we created a YouTube and Instagram page. Our Instagram page is called LFHS Human Rights, and we also created this new hashtag called HR Support, which stands for Human Rights Support. And we just hope that you guys will probably start to use this and just spread awareness of human rights all over the world, because we want this to spread to everywhere.
So, in conclusion, we hope you take one thing from today. Think globally, act locally, and spread the hashtag. Thank you.